the first time Tunjung was disturbed by the flashlight from the audience stands. Luckily, Tunjung raised her hand and pointed to the audience stands to protest to the umpire.
That's difficult timing there, just as Yamaguchi was about to serve. A flash went off in the crowd.
After that, Tunjung won the rally, but got disturbed again during 20-18. Tunjung was flashed again by the audience and couldn't focus to continue playing.
There's nothing that the umpire could do about it.
The umpire caller let something because she stopped. She saw a bright flash, but the problem is if the umpire obviously doesn't call a let.
This rally was different from the previous one, as it was already in progress, making it difficult for the umpire to make any decision.
If the umpire didn't call a let, is it just nothing that you can do?
Then this is the problem, you know, it's very evident. I'm sure there was a flash, there's no doubt about it, but the umpire's obviously watching the game. The umpire has to concentrate on the serve and the return, obviously not jumping.
It's not anybody's fault, really. I don't think it's right. Picture of desolation, and you can see why there are some tears there for Tunjung.
Antonsen complained to the umpire about his opponent's foul, and the umpire overturned the decision and awarded the point to Antonsen. At the beginning, Wang Hongyang was convinced that the point belonged to him. A similar situation occurred again at 18-17. Wang Hongyang made a shut-up gesture right in front of Antonsen.
Told him to be quiet. Told his opponent to be quiet, that is. This is all a bit heated now.
Rasmus Gemp shouted loudly right in front of the umpire after the foul called. Does he really think that arguing with Momota can change the umpire's decision?
This is the thing. I get it from Genka. He's obviously very frustrated. He's very frustrated. But he's cool here.
The shuttlecock had clearly not fully crossed the net.
In that replay is cool.
Good net shot.
Ooh, stays in.
Anders Antonsen complained that the service judge's cough disrupted his return in this rally. He believed that it affected his concentration, causing him to lose focus and ultimately lose the point.
What's he complaining about? That was the service judge. Can you hear this? He was coughing.
In all my years of watching badminton, this is the first time I've seen a player protest to the umpire over something like this. Everyone was surprised and confused by his actions.
I've never heard of that before, Steve.
There?
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel pity for the service judge.
Let's see what
The crowd booed him when he won the next rally.
Well, that's what the crowd think of that.
Go Jinwei tried to call a challenge, but Mia thought it was too late. Mia just grabbed the shuttle directly from Go Jinwei's hand. Mia forcefully drove the shuttle back to the opponent's side. Axelsen is extremely frustrated at this point because he believes Jinting committed a foul during the net play.
Let's have a closer look. Did Ginting take the shuttle before it had crossed over the net? Here we go.
Jinting not only hit the shuttlecock before it had fully crossed the net, but his racket also touched the net during the shot.
No, and I'm not sure either. I'm just thinking, where did it go down?
Here's a clearer and closer image. I think Axelsen's emotions are understandable, given that he lost such an important match due to an incorrect decision.
He thinks that Ginting took the shuttle. Good nice shot. That's a great lift too.
We can clearly see that Axelsen is still unhappy with the earlier decision. However, after losing the match, he still showed sportsmanship by shaking hands with Jinting and congratulating him.
Sportsmanship. Oh, how lovely. Because, Ginting...
Again, he's asking about where the shuttle was, where the shot was made.
Match point.
Match point.
Lee. Two people saw the same thing. The shuttle touched the net, not the racket.
The umpire
So the
stated that
racket
the
did
shuttle
touch the net.
touched the net, not the racket.
But after the shot was played, it's got to just move on. Very hard done by Lee.
Match won by Huskies.
But it has been
20-22, 21,
an epic battle between the two. And I'm afraid Lee still, perhaps it could be a real go about it, born out in a different way.
Don't know the final. Sorry.
At this point, Li Shifeng had already received a warning from the umpire, cautioning him not to delay the match any further.
Well, another warning for slow play.
After winning the rally, Antonsen immediately rushed to the net to grab the shuttle, which displeased Li Shifeng, leading to this moment. We can see that the umpire is trying to calm both players down.
It's standard practice in badminton, it seems.
Li Shifeng requested a medical timeout after losing a point, bringing the score to 20-20. The audience was unhappy with Li Shifeng's actions, as they believed he was delaying the game again. Li Shifeng received a red card after the match for smashing his racket.
Down the forehand side of Li Shifeng. Confirmation once again.
Marin had already annoyed Sindhu multiple times by crossing over to the opponent's side to retrieve the shuttle.
That was absolutely hammered.
Get ready.
Both players were dissatisfied with each other. They believed that the other was deliberately delaying during the serve.
Carolina, come here. Both of you. You don't serve before she's ready. Let me handle this, okay? And you get ready when she's ready to serve.
Yeah, but
The conflict began to escalate at this moment.
Players.
Hello.
Players. Carolina.
After this rally ended, Marin once again crossed the net to retrieve the shuttle. This angered Sindhu, leading to the scene that followed.
Salawi Sindhu, warning for misconduct, unsportsmanlike conduct. Carolina Marin,
But why?
warning for misconduct, unsportsmanlike conduct.
I don't think either. He had to show it to both women.
I agree, but I think it came one
9,
rally too late.
play.
All of a sudden, there's a big edge here. That'll do. 21-7.
yeah, they do tend to.
Third fault called. Too high. Third fault called.
Oh, service
Too
fault
high.
called.
Third fault called. Too high.
Service fault called.
Third fault called.
Service
Too
fault
high.
called once again.
Service over.
On
Zhang Siwei began to feel dissatisfied and frustrated with the decision.
12.
The Danish player made gestures of complaint and protest toward the service judge. Zhang Siwei felt confused and dissatisfied with the Danish player's actions.
Third fault
oh,
called.
service
Too
fault
high.
called.
Service over. Third fault called.
Service
Too
fault
high.
called again.
10.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Zheng Jiwei, stop stealing my lines. It's one game all in favour of the Danes.
The Chinese coach protested to the umpire and sought to understand the situation after the second game.
21-19.
When the Chinese team coach approached the umpire to discuss, the Danish assistant coach shoved him. An act without morals and sportsmanship.
And now there's a bit of argy-bargy between the two coaches. Service fault called again. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing that way he plays the soft shot. Oh no, not again. That's literally half his height that he's hitting that shuttle from. I don't understand how that can be. Oh!
Interestingly, in the end, the Danish pair lost the match due to their own service error.
A first service error from Mikkel Mikkelsen in the deciding game. Well, he's talking to the service judge.